Welcome to the JLC's video blog for the 16th of June. Now in this week's blog I'm going to be discussing the call that I am going to make to ban Hezbollah flags from our streets, and I'm going to make this call at a counter demo that's being organised on Sunday the 18th of June to oppose an Quds Day march where we know that the Hezbollah flag is going to be displayed. Now in the last 3 months, tragically, terrorism has visited our streets. Terrorists, cowards, extremists have murdered law enforcement officials and civilians, including young people, and rightly there has been outrage about these attacks. The murder of innocent people in such a brutal way has been rightly and roundly condemned by all parts of society. As a result, the police have regarded the waving or possession of the ISIS flag as evidence of extremism. Citizens are encouraged to report to counter-terrorism police anyone who is seen displaying an ISIS flag. Now let me tell you about 2 other terrorist outrages where scores of innocent civilians were killed. In July 2012, a terrorist planted a bomb on a bus at an airport in Bulgaria waiting to take tourists into the city. 6 people were killed and 32 injured. Earlier, in July 1994, a bomb was planted at a Jewish community centre in Buenos Aires. 85 men, women and children were murdered and 300 were wounded. Can you imagine what would have been the reaction if these attacks had taken place in the UK? Now, the terrorists behind these murderous outrages were from Hezbollah. They are as committed to the murder of innocent civilians as are ISIS. In fact, the only reason that they've not carried out any terrorist attacks recently in mainland Europe is because they're too busy massacring innocent civilians in Syria as they try and prop up the Assad regime. Hezbollah are extremist terrorists. So why is the Hezbollah flag not banned? Why is their flag allowed to be displayed freely and brazenly on the streets of London? Why are we not treating the display of the Hezbollah flag on the streets of the UK as prima facie evidence of extremism? Let's call the Hezbollah flag what it is. It's a terrorist flag. Now surely, at a time of tragedy in London, when after the dreadful fire at the Grenfell Flats, London is again showing its unity, its compassion, its solidarity, surely it is time for zero tolerance for terrorist flags on our streets. That is all terrorist flags, and that includes the Hezbollah flag. It is time for the government to ban these terrorist flags. As the Prime Minister said just a couple of weeks ago, enough is enough. All terrorist flags need to be off our streets.